Northern and Waterloo and City Line, and National Rail services. This train terminates at track.
Wasting your time, wasting mine. I hate to see you leaving. Fate worse than dying. City gave me asthma, so that's why I'm fucking leaving. And your water gave me cancer, and the pavement hurt my feelings. Shout at the wall, the walls don't fucking love you. Shout at the wall, 'cause the walls don't fucking love you. There's a reason London puts barriers on the tube line. There's a reason London puts barriers on the rails. There's a reason London puts barriers on the tube line. There's a reason London puts barriers on the rails. There's a reason London puts barriers on the tube line. There's a reason they fail.
Hello, welcome to the Para Para podcast. How is everyone today? Everyone is a singular person. Hello. So today's episode, as you can see, is about imagination. Actually, there's a reason why I named it Imagination. This episode was the reason why I wanted to start the whole podcast in the first place, because I just have so much to talk about with regards to my imagination. So the intro song you listen to is Jubilee Line by Wilbur, which is the same Wilbur I talked about in the last episode, the music Minecraft guy. And Wilbur has a podcast named Hey and Stuff, and there's this one episode he has which is called Creative Writing, and he talked about how he had this like entire world like of his imagination, like with different characters and stuff, and I'm like, oh, me too. And like I was like, oh, I'm not weird about having like a world inside my head. And so I was like, actually, I kind of want to talk about my world to other people. So, yeah, here I am talking about my world now. this episode's gonna be a bit longer. This is the longest script I wrote. It's like 2 pages long. I don't really want to go over 1 hour, so maybe I'll go as quick as possible. But try not to confuse everyone still. I don't know, it's my imagination and like it's confusing, so well. Okay, so let's start talking about the world inside my head. It's gonna be embarrassing, but it's gonna be fun too. It's gonna be a fun episode, which is yeah, okay. So this world I actually told my friends about in primary school. I was like, it's very weird, but listen to me, hear me out. I have this world inside my head. I know I'm weird, but I know I'm weird. Please don't stop being friends with me. But they didn't think I was weird, thankfully. They're like, oh, everyone has a world inside their head. I'm like, oh, okay. So let's just kick off my worlds, plural. So my imaginary world in my head, right, started from when I was like 9-ish years old, like primary 2, primary 3, when I first discovered K-pop. So in this world, I am myself, right? I'm Jax, and I joined a company, a Singaporean K-pop dance company, which specializes which specializes in training the kids to sing and dance K-pop songs. And this company was founded by SM Entertainment. It's sort of like a cover group company, except they sing as well as dance. Yeah, and it's owned by SM Entertainment. I don't know why, but I think it's like I put it like there so that I can rationalize me only like covering SM group songs, because I only knew SM songs. So I joined this company as the main vocal because I thought I was all the shit back then. I thought I was the best singer. Yeah, which is not true. I'm not a great singer. But I joined as a main vocal, and I was in this group. So basically there were like 5 main groups, and the 5 main groups covered like, my group was Girls' Generation. That's the group that I covered. And then the other 4 groups are SHINee, Super Junior, FX, and Red Velvet. The Red Velvet one came later because they only debuted in 2014. So in my group, the rain is getting louder. Okay, in my group, there's 5 people. In the FX group, there's 5 people. Red Velvet is also 5 people. The SHINee group is also 5 people. Why did I say that so many times? But the Super Junior group is 9 people. So altogether, that's 24 people in the company, I guess. Yeah, so in my group, we covered Girls' Generation songs, but other than that, we also had original songs. So we debuted with a song which is called Circus, I think. And the intro had a da 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 da, that part. I even did like a whole choreography for this imaginary song. And I performed it in the living room by myself when no one was home. So it flopped. The original song flopped, and we decided we didn't want to do original songs anymore and focus on covers, which like did successfully. So over the years, like from 9 years old to like 17 years old, I was in this like company, and like I covered Girls' Generation, where I was like a Taeyeon cover, and I covered also BTS, where I was Jungkook, Card, where I was Somin, Twice, where I was Jihyo, Ice One, where I was Yuri, Sister, where I was Hyolyn, EXID, where I was Soji, and Idol, where I was Ugi. I think that's like the main few groups I did. But I mainly just did Girl Generation, BTS, and Card and Twice. Yep. And every year there's like these year-end charity concerts where the whole company would come together and perform like the hit songs of the year. It's kind of like the song festivals at the end of the year, which all the idols have. But it's us. It's us. It's the company. And yeah, it went on for a good 8 years. But in 2019, we had to our contract ended, so we had to disband. So yeah, in 2019, contract ended. The boys had to go to NS apparently, and yeah, luckily it didn't leak into the pandemic. I ended the whole like imaginary world before like the penny started. So yeah. Okay, so in this main world, I'm not only a singer and a dancer, I'm also an actress. Why is my stream lagging? Okay. Hello? Hello? My frames are dropping. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm back. So in this world, I was also an actress, and I starred in multiple like TV shows. And I'm gonna tell you about these TV shows that I made in my head. Basically, these can just be seen as like my creative writing, like the world I constructed for these characters. So like I may not have to be an actress in this series, but I am because I am an amazing actress. JK. So my first my debut TV performance was when I was 9 years old. I was in a I barely remember it, but I was a character called Penny with like my main group, my girls' generation group. There's 5 people. We were in like some like spy team, and we like worked together to save the world or something. I don't know. I was really young. I barely remember it. I only like vaguely remember there was a mermaid special where I turned into a mermaid in one of my spy journeys. I think I got inspired by the Barbie movie. Was it? I don't remember it. The Barbie movie where Barbie turned into a mermaid. Yeah, that one. And so that was like my TV debut. I wish I could tell you more, but I don't remember it. At this rate I'm going, I can probably end faster, right? Right. I can't go for 1 hour with this, please. But then I might end too early too. Whatever. So my second TV special. The second TV show I starred in apparently is a show where I was an alien. That sounds so weird out of context. Okay. 1 sec. Let me pull up. Yeah, okay, I have everything written down, okay? So, in this show, I was an alien with my other alien comrades, which are Jessica and Tiffany from my K-pop group. Like, not the actual idols, like the people who cover them. And Minho and Jonghyun from the Shiny group. So like 5 of us were like these aliens, but they're like not those type of typical stereotypical aliens, with the giant big head and green color face. No, it's these aliens look like humans, and I will admit I was strongly inspired by I Am Number 4, the book series. I Am Number 4 is about a bunch of aliens who came down to Earth with superpowers. I was like very inspired by that. I didn't even realize it until like recently. I was so inspired by it. That's embarrassing. So basically, my character, my superpower is I have telekinesis, so I can move things with my mind. The another wait, what? Okay, my character was named Delancey, which the name I took from another Barbie movie, which was Princess Charm's School. So my name is Delancey, and there's like 4 other characters. The main character is Justin, and he has this superpower to turn any object into any object. So if you want to like have a water bottle, he can turn that into an avocado. So that kind of power is kind of OP, but uh, the other character is called Drake. He is Delancey's best friend, and Drake has like what is it called? He can control electricity basically, and there's another character called Emily. Emily has nature powers, and Emily is also Justin's girlfriend, so they're in a relationship. And then the last character is called no. It's not Emily. Emily is the actress' real name. Her name is Jessica, and the last person is called Tiffany, and Tiffany has illusion powers. Yeah. So season 1 is when I was around 10 years old, my second TV appearance. And the plot is really basic. It's just like saving the world kind of thing. And at the end of it, these 5 aliens were like vigilantes, because they weren't seen as like the good guys for saving the world. They were seen as the bad guys for like the destruction they caused due to them saving the world. So that was season 1, and there's like a sequel to season 1 and a prequel to season 2. And is this prequel sequel happened when I was around 13 years old, and it was to establish like more backstory and like establish a lot of character relationships. So my character Delancey, uh, she got into a sort of relationship with this guy called Jason. uh, Hello. It's okay. It's okay that you're late. Happy birthday. I can't believe you're choosing to spend your birthday listening to a Para Para podcast, but to keep you up to date, I was talking about my imaginary worlds in my head. And I'm talking about like the different worlds me as an actress like existed in. So this one is the first one, which is where I was an alien. Okay, so continuing from where I was saying. Uh, so Delancey, which is me, uh, she was on the run, right? Cause she's a fugitive. She's a criminal now. So she was on the run, and in order to survive, she had to sell drugs as for a living. Is that TOS? TOS is terms of services, by the way. I hope we can speak about it. She sold illegal substances. Twitch, don't ban me, please. Anyways, so she sold illegal substances to this one guy, which was Jason, and Jason. Delancey caught Jason talking shit about Delancey after that transaction, and then Delancey was like, "Oh no, you don't get to talk shit about me." So she basically uh, wrestles with Jason, and they form a partnership where like Delancey gets a huge percentage of the money from selling the drugs together, and they had this like sort of banter relationship with each other, but slowly they fell in love, and but then Delancey realized, oh god, the enemies, wait, I haven't even established who the enemies are. The enemies are out to get her, and so she has to get away from Jason in order to protect him. And she was like, "Oh, I have to confess to him so I can have one day with him where he knows I'm in real life. Wait, he knows I'm in love with him in real life." So they, oh my god. So this happened when I was 13, but imagine these characters are like aged up, right? So Delancey Delancey confessed to Jason. After that, they they did the thing. They did the thing. But after that, Delancey left. She left Jason to protect him from the enemies, and the enemies were called the Auxiliary. They're basically aliens from another planet, which are not which is not the planet that Delancey and friends are from, and they're trying to kill the remaining people left on the Delancey planet. But this all happens on Earth, alright? So it's so confusing. I'm so sorry. This is not making any sense. It's very complicated storyline. Anyways, Jason was like, no! So he tries to go find Delancey, and after months of searching, he found her, and she was doing dirty work, not safe for work, in order to gain money, cause I guess she couldn't sell illegal substances anymore. So they found each other, they confronted each other, and Delancey used her telekinesis power to stop him. She was like, you can't follow me. You can't be with me. I can't be with you. It's dangerous." But Jason was like, "I already know who you are. Your wanted posters are all over the television. My rain just stopped playing. Louder, louder, louder." Okay. Oh, so but eventually they resolve their differences. They're like, okay, we can do this together. But I know, plot twist, but this had to happen in order for season 2 to happen. Delancey left Jason again. Alright, so now there's like a bunch of backstory for the other characters as well, but like if I talk about it, this podcast can go for hours because this world is so extensive inside of my head. Anyways, season 2, which happened when I was around 16-ish. So the story started with like the whole gang reuniting again, because at the end of season 1 they separated because they were like they were criminals now, and they had to like hide from the police, and so someone just slammed the door outside. So they had to reunite in like the first episode, and after that they went to this secret like place in the woods to reconvene and figure out how to deal with the Auxiliary, who are the enemy aliens, while also dealing with the police, who are after them because of what happened in season 1. So, where should I continue? There's a lot in this story. I've written so much for this story, like there's a whole folder like for this story I have. The writing is pretty awful, but it is what it is. I was like 16, so okay, let's see where in the story do I. Okay, so basically, the Auxiliary starts working with the police, to go against the common enemy, which is like Delancey and friends. And so it's just worse for everyone now. And suddenly there was like a raid on this secret housing that Delancey and friends were in. And like the police were after them, and they all ran their separate ways. And Delancey, while after running for a while, got caught by one of the police officers. And you would not guess who this police officer is. It's Jason! Oh my god! Jason was working with the police the entire time. The relationship was fake. He wasn't in love with her. So Delancey, feeling a great wave of shock and betrayal, couldn't do anything to defend herself, so she just let herself be arrested by Jason. but Jason handed Delancey off to the army, and she just kills everyone in the army and just runs away to reunite with her friends. And oh my god. So after the group reunites, god, I don't remember what happened. I do not remember what happened. Oh, okay, I think a bunch of story happened. Poo poo, pew pew pew, and then they got caught again by the police slash army slash whatever. I don't know who deals with this stuff, who in the government deals with alien stuff, but you know, so they got caught, and Delancey was they got caught. I think only Delancey and a few others got caught. So basically, Delancey was tied up in this room, right? And she kept being interrogated by the army, and the army was like, okay, we gotta bring in the big guns, and they bring Jason in to interrogate her, and like Delancey is just like fiery, like also introverted, also like very courageous character. Like she's very reckless, and so she's like fuck you, and she spits on Jason's face like ha. And then Jason was like, okay, since you're gonna be mean to me, I'll have my way with you. And then he starts to like begin to torture her, but not yet. Like, okay, this super like against TOS. I feel like Twitch is gonna ban me after this. This is all a story. All a story did not happen in real life, just creative writing. So while Jason interrogates Delancey, suddenly Jason leans into Delancey's ear. He whispers, just kick me. And there's a gun in my back pocket. Use them to shoot the guards at the door. And Delancey was like, pah! She takes the gun, pew pew, and she aims the gun at Jason. Just like, oh my god, what did you just do? And then Jason was like, here, let me cut your restraints. And he did. And then he was like, run, they're after you. And then Delancey runs away, manages to get everyone who was like captured, kidnapped. And then after that, they realize that the army has figured out that the auxiliary are the ones in the bad here, and like Delancey and friends are the ones who are trying to save the world from the auxiliary. Auxiliary means like helpful aid, by the way, I don't know. So it turns out Jason Jason did not betray Delancey after all. Alright. So what happened was, after Delancey left him in like the prequel sequel, he went to join the army, and he trained for them, and they let him in because he was like, oh, I have some information on Delancey. But he managed to change the army's mind, and he was the reason why the auxiliary became the enemy instead. So he actually joined the army not to go against Delancey, but to help Delancey out. So like, oh my god, true love. So after that, a bunch of things happened, like a lot of things. I have them all written down, but I'm not gonna go too into it. So at the end of the day, happy story. The auxiliary got defeated, and Delancey and gang managed to have human rights, and like they got like a human passport and all that. Yeah. So yeah, happy ending. And also Jason and Delancey, their relationship rekindled after the season. So that's good. So that is the second TV show I starred in. Okay, a few more to go. I'm gonna drink some water. I bought some honey lemon sweet so my throat won't hurt after the podcast. Okay, so let me talk about the second TV series I was involved in. I mean the third TV series that Imaginary Me was involved in. Oh my god, my throat hurts. There's phlegm in my throat. It's horrible. I'm not made to do podcasts. I barely talk to anyone in real life. So the second series is a series where I was a ninja, and this all happens. It all takes place in Japan, basically. My character is called Tsukitoji. It's just a direct translation from my name, my English name, my Chinese name to my sort of Japanese name, I guess. I don't know. So my name is Tsukitoji, and the main character is called Hero. This was before Big Hero 6, so I don't know why they ripped off my hero, but I'm joking. I got the name Hero from the Mini Ninjas series. It's a game, and I got very inspired by Mini Ninjas when it comes to this series. Sorry, my throat is so horrible right now. Let me clear my throat. I'm gonna mute my mic. I'm back. Anyways, so Hero is played by the person in the K-pop cover group who covers Kyuhyun from Super Junior, and this guy is actually my IRL, like me as an actress, IRL love interest, but we will get into that IRL story later. But for now, keep in mind that this is my future boyfriend. So there's Tsukitoji and Hiro. So season 1 is about... Okay, so Hiro is basically this kid, this random Japanese kid who lives in Japan. And he has this thing which is called Kuji magic, which is also from the Mini Ninja series, where basically he has like magical ninja powers. Like you use ki to use your powers. So there's like fire powers, there's water powers, wind powers, yeah. All of that good stuff. Kind of like Avatar, I guess. If you want to make the comparison. So Tsukitoji is a girl from this ninja village, and she's a ninja from like a very young age. But she doesn't have Kuji magic, unlike her dad, which made her kind of upset, I guess. But she's basically this very shy, quiet person, but she's also like really badass, you know. So what happens is Hiro realizes he got Kuji magic, so he joins this ninja village with the permission of his mom, and basically a bunch of adventures happened, and it's kind of like killing the villain, I guess, sort of story. Tsukitoji's parents died. A bummer. But once again, I don't really remember the whole plot of this season because I was like 11, 12-ish when I made this season. But this series also has like a prequel sequel, so like in between season 1 and 2. And this prequel sequel did not star Hiro, because Hiro at that time was focusing on his O levels. not Hiro the character, like the character that plays him. So like I'll just say the character that plays him is called Keith. Keith had O levels, so he couldn't star in the prequel sequel. So basically, this in between series only had Tsukitoji and the other side characters, which I forgot the name of. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, so there's this one girl and this one guy. So they're both younger than Tsukitoji, and they're in this in between episode season-ish, they introduce a new guy character. Yeah. So this prequel sequel happened when I was around 15, 14-ish. Yeah. Then this season wasn't really important, other than the fact that the sensei died. So the son of the sensei, aka the master at the time, had to rise up. Rise up. I need to stop quoting Hamilton. But he became the new sensei basically, and Hiro at the time was also not replying to the letters that Tsukitoji sent him, because at the end of season 1 he went away to continue with his studies, but he for some reason did not keep in contact with Tsukitoji and gang. So that sucked. Let's talk about season 2. So in season 2, there's this new villain that's trying to get all of the Kuji magic in the world because he doesn't have Kuji magic. And basically, he was trying to kidnap people with Kuji magic and trying to transfer the Kuji magic in their bloods into his own system so that he can have Kuji magic as well. So basically he targets like different people with Kuji magic whether they know it or not, and the ninja gang has to like stop him from doing that. So at this point Hiro was still focusing on his studies, and he got targeted by this villain, and he was like, what the heck, who are you guys? Then dramatically, boom, Tsukitoji comes into the frame, and then Suki just kills everyone who is trying to get Hiro. And then Hiro, very shocked and traumatized, was like, what the hell? Who are you? What did you do that? And then Suki just took off her mask, looked at him, and she was like, she didn't say anything. She just looked at him, and then she tried to run away. And then Hiro was like, no, Suki, wait, tell me what's going on. And so they ran away together, and basically Suki told Hiro about this new villain, and Hiro was like, why did you have to kill him? We didn't kill anyone when we were younger. And she was like, so basically that happened, and Hiro went back to his studies, right? But these people kept targeting him, and so he had to go live in the ninja village away from his mother because he wanted to keep his mom safe, right? And so he's back with the ninja gang, yay! And so basically the story continues where they're trying to get the villain. So yeah. This one doesn't have too much of a concrete storyline other than the fact that Suki and Hiro kind of like bonds, and they fell in love. So this season 2 happened when I was like 17-ish years old. Yeah. So that's my third TV series that I've done. But there are 2 other stories that I made which I did not star in, but I wrote about. So I'll just tell you about it. So there's this story which I have 2 twins, right? Basically, there's this pair of twins that work for the CIA since they were young. I wrote this around when I was 14, by the way. So there's this girl twin that's called Emily, and this guy twin that was called Evan, unrelated to the Evan that I know in my real life. It was before I met him. So there's a bug in my room, leave! Okay, so this I think this story is one of my most complicated storylines other than my second one. So bear with me, okay? So they are CIA agents. So they were agents since a very young age, and they have like this whole backstory from episode 1 to 20. There's like 19 backstory that plays at the start of every episode, and it shows like their missions they did when they were like really young, and it basically explains the reason why the girl twin Emily isn't with the guy twin Evan at the start of the series. Okay, so I will tell you the main story first, so maybe it'll make more sense. I have 20 episodes written for for this story, and basically Okay, let me just write down exactly what I wrote here. Secret society. 50% whom are homeless rise against the government, seeking for better treatment and equality for everyone. They think they can lead the country better and is ready for any kind of war to gain rights for themselves and others. Their hostile behavior slowly leads to violence. They also quickly influence the citizens and they start rising against the government as well. What they don't know is that the leaders of the secret society have a different plan to terminate all of the country for their own benefit. And this secret society is called Hanging Bird. Wow, I wrote a lot, didn't I? Give me 1 second to clean my glasses. My glasses are dirty for some reason. I can't read. So this secret society has 5 leaders who are basically corrupt, trying to end the world for their own need. I guess kind of like a Thanos motivation, trying to like reduce overpopulation. So the characters are Evan Blake, which is the twin brother and the main character, Emily Blake, which is the twin sister, the dad and the mom, and like a bunch of other people. Okay. So in the first episode, we see the CIA. We see a CIA mission where there's this guy and a girl. They do a mission, pew pew pew, and they're super cool. Explosions everywhere, and they come out safe. And then they kiss because they're actually together. And they reveal that these two characters are the twin brother, Evan, and his girlfriend, which is also his partner in crime, called Abigail. Okay, so at this point, there's a backstory at the front of this episode that shows like Evan and Emily's first CIA mission, and the audience will be wondering, hey, where's this Emily character? Where is she? Why is the partner this Abigail figure and not Emily? And so, with the audience being clueless on this, the CIA continued to discuss about a hanging bird and like how to take them down. And a bunch of things happened. They were trying to figure out the case, blah blah blah. And then Evan, at the end of the episode, he got called by this bartender to go to the back door. And so at the back door, suddenly he sees into the distance a shadow. The shadow turns around, and it's his sister Emily. And the episode ends there. Episode 1 ends. Okay, episode 2 starts with that same shot, but there's a bunch of people suddenly attacking Evan, and he was like, "What the heck?" And then turns out Emily is part of this like I guess it's also like an organization of teenagers who are trying to vigilantes basically. That's the right words to use. And it's just 5 people, and they wanted Evan to lead them to the first leader's base, the leader of the Hanging Bird's base, in order to like take them down basically. Cause you know the vigilantes, they want to do good for the world, and also the leader of this Hanging Bird Society happens to be related to one of the gang members. I wrote them down as gang members, not vigilantes. I think vigilantes are better term for them. So they take down the first leader's base. Blah blah blah. Oh my god, this story is so long. I don't think I can talk about it like in less than an hour. Hello, welcome to the podcast. I'm just talking about my imaginary world. This is my 3rd imaginary world, where there are this pair of twins who are in the CIA. So where was I? This story is so long. Should I just say anymore? It's kind of wild. Thanks. How do you know? Did I tell you? Oh, this story is so long. Okay, I'll just give you a brief run through. Yeah, I just like my dreams exactly, but it's in my imagination. Okay, so okay, quick. Evan felt betrayed by Emily. It's like where have you been for the past year? And she was like, oh, I've been away. I've been trying to deal with my problems myself. I'm sorry to intrude on your time. And Evan felt betrayed because he thought that Emily used him for her own benefit, which I guess kind of is. Okay, quick. Fourth episode. Okay, fifth episode. The fourth episode is irrelevant to the story. So in the fifth episode, the CIA went to strike Leader Two's base of the secret society, and while they're trying to take down this base, the brother got into trouble. But then Emily, just MLG style, comes from the ceiling out of nowhere. She vented. She came out of the ceiling out of nowhere, uses 2 pistols to shoot 2 enemies at the same time, lands on the floor perfectly, and was like, "Hey, brother." And she basically saves his ass. And there's this awesome car fight scene as well, which was inspired by Kick-Ass 3, I think, the movie. So, okay, okay, episode 8. We're skipping a lot of episodes. It's just bonding episodes, like to build on the previous episode. So the CIA. Oh. Okay, I have to be careful talking about this because it's quite against Twitch terms of services. So the CIA researched about the third leader of the secret society, and they found out it's the person who did that massive crime against Emily that made her leave the CIA in the first place. Wait, one sec. This person is called Peter Scott. Let's just call him Peter, okay? So they realized that the leader of one of the leaders of the secret society is called Peter, and he's the guy who made Emily's life so miserable that she left the CIA and left her family without a word. And in episode 9, Emily got kidnapped by this Peter. And so the CIA goes to save Emily, and when Evan walks into the room where Emily was tied up, he found her just fucking stabbing the shit. That's TOS. Poking the shit out of the Peter, and he's dead basically, but she keeps on going, kind of like in The Last of Us, where Emily did the slashing. So that's the whole episode, and she got saved. Woo! So at this point, it's 3 out of 5 leaders down. So in episode 10, Evan and Abigail, his girlfriend, had a conflict because Evan did not tell Abigail about Emily and the fact that he had a twin sister, and Abigail was like, "You lied to me," and so they had this conflict. Okay, episode 11. Emily found her boyfriend cheating on her, and so she goes back to live with her family. Episode 12. It was the twins' birthday, and they celebrated it just like they would as when they were kids, which is like each of them has like one dare, and the other twin can dare the other person to basically do whatever they want to. And Emily is like this spunky character, but after what happened, which we don't know about yet, after what happened, Emily became this sort of reserved person. And so Evan dared Emily to dye her hair like she would when she was younger. And Emily dared Evan to talk to his girlfriend about the whole secret twin sister situation. Okay, give me one second, I need to drink water again. I'm slowly dying. Can you hear me dying? Glug 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 glug. Water. It's so tasty. I should drink this more often. Anyways, let's see, where was I? Okay, episode 14. The brother was on a CIA mission, but since the brother and Abigail are still like fighting, he didn't have a partner, so the sister basically comes on board to join them in this party. Hydro homies, yeah, everyone here, you better drink water right now, or I'm banning you from my chat. Glug glug, everyone go glug glug, glug glug glug. Okay, so in this fourth mission, the brother Evan gets injured. He got shot in the stomach, which is kind of like resembling to a previous mission they did when they were younger, where the sister Emily got stabbed in the stomach too. So it's kind of cool because they got the same scar on the stomach. Anyways, Evan got injured. Oh no! So he had to go to the hospital. The Abigail, the girlfriend, came. She's like, I haven't made up with him. Those can't be my last words to him. And but Evan's fine. Evan's fine. He woke up. Okay, episode 16. Evan tried to bribe Emily to join the CIA back, and he did this by like bringing Emily to like amusement park. And Emily was like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're just trying to get me back to the CIA, and it's not working. I'm not going back there. It's just not what I want anymore. And the brother's like, okay, I get it. So they awkwardly leave the theme park, but when they were on the way back, they got shot by a bunch of like bazookas, like bunch of guns, pew pew pew, and then they passed out, and the hanging bird kidnapped the brother, and the sister's like no, but she was too injured to help him, and she was left by the road on her by herself to die, but she didn't die. She got saved by a CIA. So when the brother got when the brother woke up, he woke up to the fifth and final leader, and they realized this fifth leader was their mother, who was dead for years. What? And he was like, Mom, you're dead. How can this be? I saw you in the coffin. It's like there was a wax figure. I wasn't dead. I had to leave. Oh my god, who the hell are you? Fuck off! I'm banning you. Okay. So yeah, that's just the mom, I guess. And there's like this whole like story about how they managed to take down the mom. It's just a bot, don't worry about it. And the mom got arrested, and they saved the world, and they lived happily ever after. And in the backstories at the front of every episode, we found out at the start of episode 19 why Emily left the CIA, and it's cool. Okay, it's cool. I can't explain it well, but it's cool. So that's the twin story. Oh my god, we've been going for 50 minutes, and I still have 2 stories to go through. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It'll just be a long upload time to the bot's channel. Okay. Oh, actually, wait, crap. Do I have the picture of the logo that I made for this show? Let me check. I do. Okay, wait, one sec. Let me try to show you guys the logo I made for the Hanging Bird Society. I don't know how to do this. One sec. Let me... Give me 1 second. Can you see this? This is why I don't know why it's a square at the bottom, but basically, yeah, you can see this. This is the logo. It's just a Twitter logo, but it's yellow and it's the sun. This is the logo I made for the Hanging Bird Society. Yeah, this it's embarrassing. It's kind of ugly, but you know, I was, how old was this? I was 16 years old. No. Wait, I was 14 years old. So bear that in mind. So okay, how many stories is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth story I have is a story where I am this FBI agent. I was this FBI agent called Jasmine, and I can basically see ghosts. And this is very, very heavily inspired by the Kitty Slate book series where Kitty can see ghosts. So, Kit, no, Kitty, Jasmine, me. Jasmine is part of the FBI, and she has this partner called Jeffrey. So there's not much of a story to it. I only wrote the novels for the first 2 episodes. The Hanging Tree and Mockingbird. You know, honestly, I might have ripped that off. I just all of this imagination is just ripped off from different parts of fiction I've consumed. So I have a book. I read a book about this. Read the book. I wrote a book about this. I only wrote like the first 2 episodes though, because writing book sucks. It sucks. And basically, they're part of the supernatural department in the FBI, and they are partners and they work together. And there's like this slow burn where Jasmine and Jeffrey slowly fall in love. The most recent development of this is where Jasmine Jasmine and Jeffrey were basically working on a case late at night. They were sitting side by side on the couch with their thighs touching. Oh! And then Jasmine basically was like, "Oh, I know how to solve this case," and she did blah 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 blah, blah. Smart stuff. And Jeffrey was like looking at her in awe, just like, "Oh my god, that was hard of you." And then they kiss, mwah. And they have SEGX. No, SEGS. They have SEGS. But then Jasmine realizes they can't be together because that would be dangerous for the both of them, because the other could be like used as a weakness against them. Yeah, so there's this whole development going on that's happening in my head every night I sleep right now, but it's not done yet. It's currently an ongoing journey. So yeah, let's go on to the final imaginary world. So this world takes place in the same world as the first world I'm talking about, where I was in this K-pop dance company. So while filming for the Ninja series, me, JX, fell in love with Keith, the actor who played Hero, and they became a couple when they were 14 years old. A very young relationship, but that will have problems in the future. So they had a really happy relationship, but they hid their relationship from everyone because they wanted to keep it a secret. But Jack's, let me turn off the aircon, I'm so cold. Jack's best friend, who plays Drake in the second TV series, his name is Daryl. Okay, so Daryl overheard the conversation and he revealed his relationship. And I mean, he revealed their relationship to like the K-pop dance company basically, and Jax got really mad about it. She was like, "What the hell? It was a secret thing. Why did you tell them?" And at 14 years old, it was the biggest fight, you know. But they made up, and eventually around 14, 15 years old, the couple revealed their relationship to the world basically. And they were this couple that's like really shy. There's no PDA. They kept mostly to themselves, and so yeah, this is my imaginary boyfriend of a few years. How many years? 4 years. But something big happens to their relationship in 2021, kind of inspired by real life situations. But do not worry about it. Trust me. Okay, how do I tell this story without getting banned by Twitch? So in March of 2021, it got too much for JX. She already had mental health issues for the most of 2020, and the penny has been mean to her. Her mental health is just in the dumps. So in March 2021, she disappears from the world she tries to off herself. She consumed a lot of illegal substances. Twitch, please don't get me. It's all imaginary. It's all imaginary. I kind of said it was inspired by real life. No, it's all imaginary. Nothing real life about this. And so she committed, not alive, but before she actually passed away, she calls Keith one last time to tell him that she loves her. I mean loves him. And Keith was like, what the hell? Yeah, so Keith calls the ambulance, obviously. Vito, Vito! GX goes to the hospital, Vito, Vito! And she survives her attempt. And GX, after waking up, asked to talk to Keith, so Keith and her came to the room alone. And then she was like, Keith, I trusted you not to tell anyone. I was meant to be not alive. And then Keith was like, I had to do it in order to save your life. And then Jay was like, no, you betrayed my trust. Like, I can't believe you. Like, okay, keep in mind, what Keith did here was the right thing, right? JX is just in a very, very emotional state right now. And JX is just like, I'm breaking up with you. Get out, I don't want to see you ever again. And so they break up at the age of 18. The world cries, no, not our favorite power couple. Why did they break up? Who knows? They just stopped following each other on Instagram one day and they never say anything. So basically they broke up in like March 2021, but in late 2021 they became friends again. So they basically talked it out. They were like, Jared was like, I'm sorry for lashing out on you. It was not your fault. You did the right thing, and I was just in a very emotional state that caused me to get angry and break up with you. And then they both agreed that they needed to take a break from the relationship anyways. So like, breaking up was the right decision at that point. And they became friends after all of that angst. But they admitted that they still like loved each other, but Jax was not ready for a relationship yet because she was still recovering from her mental health issues. But in 2022, I know how are we in the next year already. In 2022, they finally, okay, there was like some tension between the two where they thought the other had fallen out of love with them, and so they were like, oh, I don't know, like I guess we're just friends. But then Daryl, which is like Jack's best friend, Daryl went like, hey, Keith, you should tell her that you're still in love with her too. And then Keith was like, wait, two? And Daryl was like, oh shit. So Keith realizes, oh, Jack still loves me. And then they have a talk, the couple have a talk, and they got into a relationship again. Yeah, so basically that's like the IRL angst story that happened. And that's all of my imaginary worlds. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of my main imaginary worlds in my head. And these are the scenarios I play in my head before I go to sleep every night. So there you have it. There's all of my imaginary worlds. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. That's the episode for today. Thanks for coming down, everyone. This was a tiring episode. If you missed it and you wanted to like see the rest of my imaginary worlds, the VOD will be uploaded after the Twitch after I end the stream, and also I'll be uploading it on YouTube as well. So go subscribe to me on YouTube if you want. And people who are watching the VOD, please, if you're on Twitch, please follow me, and if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And yeah, let's rate someone. Let me see who's in the just chatting category. There's a lot of people that are just in hot tub stream. Oh no, Okay, let's scroll down. Let's rate someone who has like fewer viewers, I guess. Oh, there's this cool person who's been playing music for the past few hours. I think I'm gonna rate her. What's her name? Brianna Grace. Okay. Her singing is really nice. I was listening to her do a cover just now because I was waiting for my podcast to start. Okay, so I'm going to rate Brianna. Go listen to her sing some good tunes. And good night. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Night.